Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with a short little bonus video for garlic scape pesto, which is one of the most interesting and delicious alternative pestos you will ever taste. And the recipe itself is super simple, and really the only challenging part might be finding the garlic scapes themselves. But if you grow your own hardneck garlic, which I do, when they mature and get about this big, this really cool looking gooseneck shaped sprout kind of pops up in the middle. And it sort of looks like a leaf, but unlike those which are flat, this is round. And to harvest them, all you have to do is pinch them off right where they come out of the plant. And that is it. And that slightly thicker, lighter part, that's actually the part that would flower. And by the way, if you're not able to grow your own garlic, you can often find these things at farmers markets this time of year. So call around, and if there's any local farms that grow garlic, they should be able to get these for you. And then what we'll do to make pesto, besides washing these off, would be to give them a rough chop with a knife to make things a little easier for our blender or our food processor. And this is exactly why I tell everyone you need to have a bench scraper nearby, since I could have transferred all those last bits in a few seconds, instead of picking them up one at a time. But anyway, we'll transfer those into a blender, and then to that we will add some freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I'll be doing one entire whole lemon here. And then for a little extra acidity, we will do 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. We will also, of course, need a generous pinch of salt, as well as about a half a cup of oil. And I'm using a blend of half olive oil, half canola oil. Or you could just use all olive oil, as long as it's a very mild variety. And then last but not least, we'll throw in a handful of lightly toasted walnuts. And that's it. We will simply blend or process that into a paste as smooth as we want, which for me was fairly coarse, mostly because I was blending such a small amount, and I really didn't want to dilute it by adding a splash of water, which would have made it come out smoother. So this is what I came out with, and it really was magnificent. Okay, as far as the flavor goes, it's not super easy to describe, but I think it tastes sort of like a mild version of garlic, crossed with a very, very mildly flavored green bean. And whereas in a regular pesto, we have the garlic and then we're getting that green vegetal flavor from the basil, well here the garlic scape is actually providing both, and while it is a very similar experience, it's also quite unique and unlike anything you've had before. And as far as using it goes, it is, as you might expect, really, really good on pasta. Like this bowl of linguine, for example. I mean, just tremendous. And I'm actually not a huge pesto lover as far as pasta goes, but I will eat this stuff anytime. Oh, and I should mention when it's heated through like this, the flavor of those garlic scapes kind of mellows out, and some people think it even tastes a little bit like asparagus, although without any kind of bitterness. And it really does still taste strongly of garlic, but not overpoweringly so. And yes, I was having a little trouble eating around the camera. And I probably should have twirled it in a spoon like a real Italian. So that's one fantastic way to enjoy it. But let me show you one more. And that would be to use it as a condiment on top of a beautiful pan-fried steak. Oh yeah, that is going to work really, really good. And don't even get me started on how delicious that was with those roasted potatoes and peppers. But anyway, that's it. Just a little quick and dirty video on how to make garlic scape pesto. Okay, try to plant some hardneck garlic if you can, and harvest your own. Or like I said, check out your local farms and markets. And if you can find some, I really do hope you give this a try soon. So please follow the links below for the ingredient amounts, a printable written recipe, and much more info as usual. And as always, enjoy.